Many of Christianity's holiest sites, including Bethlehem, Bethany, Ephraim, East Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the Mount of Olives, and Jericho's Mount of Temptation, lie in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. For 58 years of occupation, these sites, and one of the oldest continuous Christian communities in the world, have been under siege. Since 1977, when the Israeli government seized land and illegally established the settlement of Rimonim, Taibbe, the last entirely Christian village in the West Bank, has been the target of escalating settler violence. Taibbe is biblical Ephraim, where Jesus sought refuge with his disciples. In the latest wave of attacks, settlers set fire to a house, several cars, and one of the most sacred Christian sites in Palestine. The Greek Orthodox Patriarch of Jerusalem, joined by the Latin Patriarch and more than 20 diplomats, declared that radical Israelis from nearby settlements intentionally set fire near the town's cemetery and the Church of St. George. The Vatican News reported these arson attacks follow a series of violent acts against the town's Christian residents, which have been escalating in recent weeks. Settlers have also seized a nearby natural spring, destroying water pumping equipment, cutting the flow to the village, and threatening both its agriculture and its famous beer brewery. Taybeh is home to 3 churches, Latin, Greek Orthodox, and Melkite, whose pastors describe daily assaults while Israeli forces stand by. This pattern extends across occupied Palestine. In Jerusalem, on New Year's Day, 2023, the Mount Zion Protestant Cemetery was desecrated. 30 graves toppled, crosses smashed. Weeks later, 2 Israeli Jews stormed the Church of Gethsemane during Sunday worship, attacking priests with metal pipes while trying to destroy sacred objects. Just days later, a Jewish American tourist smashed a statue of Jesus inside the Church of the Flagellation on the Via Dolorosa while shouting, "You can't have idols in Jerusalem, this is the holy city." Graffiti reading "Death to Arabs, Christians, and Armenians" has appeared on Armenian Quarter walls. Armenian priests complain about daily harassment, intimidation, violence, and vandalism from ultra-Orthodox thugs. At the Latroun Monastery near Jerusalem, the door was set on fire and "Jesus is a monkey" spray-painted in Hebrew across the entrance. In Galilee, arsonists attacked the Church of the Multiplication of Loaves and Fishes, the site where Jesus fed 5,000, scrawling Hebrew graffiti quoting the Aleinu prayer, "The false gods will be eliminated." Christian pilgrims tracing the footsteps of Jesus to his crucifixion on the Via Dolorosa are spat at by passing Jews. Clergy wearing crosses are cursed, shoved, and threatened with violence in the streets. In response to reports of Jerusalem pilgrims and clergy being spat on, Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir dismissed the assaults as an old Jewish tradition, not a criminal act. Bentzi Gopstein, the head of Lahava, a Jewish vigilante group, publicly called for the burning of churches and mosques. The Vatican urged Israel to charge Gopstein with incitement to violence and terrorism. Months after the Vatican request, Gopstein wrote an article branding Christians blood-sucking vampires who should be expelled from Israel. Everyone, from the Pope to local Christian church leaders, has asked for an end to the desecration, destruction, and violence. Their pleas have been ignored as Israeli extremists continue to carry out attacks with impunity, protected by the Israeli occupation forces. As a result, in just over 50 years, the Christian share of the West Bank's population has plunged from around 6% to barely 1%. No Christian site, no matter how sacred or historic, has been spared. Violence against churches, clergy, and Christian residents continues to escalate, often in full view of Israeli occupation forces. A campaign aimed at not just erasing a religious minority, it's aimed at erasing Christianity from the land of its birth. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you would like to see more content like this.